In this video, we're going to start off by going over how to multiply polynomials together. And we're going to start simple. We're going to start with a monomial times a polynomial. But regardless, these rules are going to apply when you multiply polynomials together. Rule number 1. Use the rules for multiplying monomials. That means you need to multiply your coefficients together. And since you're multiplying, you add your exponents for like variables. Rule number 2, simply use the distributive property. Take what's on the outside of the parentheses, multiply it to what's on the inside of the parentheses, using these rules for multiplying monomials. Example number 1. You're taking a monomial, 2 is a monomial, and you're going to multiply it to this binomial, 4x minus 3. You're going to take that 2 on the outside and multiply it to each one on the inside. 2 times 4x, 8x. 2 times negative 3, negative 6. So you simply take what's on the outside and multiply it to what's on the inside. You've seen problems like this when it was just the distributive property. The only thing that we're going to add is we're going to put variables out here on the outside. You're going to take the term on the outside and multiply it to each term on the inside. So let's look at this example. Like the other one, I'm going to take what's on the outside and I'm going to multiply it to each term on the inside. I'm going to take this 2x and multiply it to 5x. I multiply my coefficients. 2 times 5 is 10. I write down the variable I'm using and I add my exponents. Remember, there's an exponent of 1 right here, exponent of 1 right here. My new exponent is 2. Then I take this 2x and multiply it to 3. 2 times 3 is positive 6, and then I make sure I put that x with it because this is 2x times 3. 2x times 3 is 6x. Next example. Again, I'm going to use my rules for multiplying monomials, and I'm going to use the distributive property. I'm going to take what's on the outside out here and start multiplying it to each term on the inside. I'm going to take 3a squared and multiply it to negative 5a to the third power. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. I write down a, and when I multiply, I add my exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. I go to the next one. I take 3a squared and multiply it to 2a. 3 times 2 is positive 6. I have 2 a's here, or an exponent of 2. Exponent of 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I take this 3a squared and I multiply it to negative 7. 3 times negative 7, negative 21. A to the second power. There's no more a's to add to this a to the second power right here. So 3a to the second power times negative 7, negative 21a to the second power. Again, I'm going to take what's on the outside of the parentheses and start multiplying it to what's on the inside of the parentheses. Negative x squared times x squared. This is a negative 1 in front and a 1 right here. Negative times a positive is negative x to the fourth power, because when I multiply, I add my exponents. Then I take negative x squared and multiply it to this. A negative times a negative is a positive. 1 times 3 is 3. I write down my x and I start adding my exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then I multiply these together. A negative times positive is a negative x squared. Negative x squared times 1 is negative x squared. You're simply going to take what's on the outside of the parentheses, multiply it to each term on the inside of the parentheses, multiply your coefficients, add your exponents.